The Sigma 16 to 300 millimeter contemporary lens. This is the everything lens. If you like having a lens that can do pretty much anything and everything, Sigma just made it.
Make prolific confessions into the master plan. I feel like they will never let me shine. What do you need to say that feels so grand? Why is yours so much better than mine? I gotta wait in line for you to feel me. I got to hold my time for your healing.
This is considered like a super zoom lens that goes from super wide all the way to super telephoto. That means you can get group shots indoors or whatever, and you don't need to back up that much. And also it's good if you're going out and doing like a birding or even just out on a nature walk, and if you need to reach somewhere really far with this lens. This lens can do it. So just to show you how it looks like, this has 60 millimeters, and then we just start extending. I'm gonna put it this side, and then keep going, it just keeps going. And then that is at 300 millimeters. It grew about twice the size of its own length. This is an aps-c lens only, so it's not for full frame. But what makes it great is that this means this is 16 to 300 times 1.5, which actually means you can get even more reach and still have a pretty wide angle in full frame equivalent. So 16, I think it's about 22, 24 millimeters, and 300 times 1.5, I think is like 450 millimeters, which is quite far if you think about it. But yeah, and don't mind too much about the aperture. This is an f3.5 to 5.6. So 3.5 at its widest at 60 millimeter and 6.7 at its longest at 300 millimeters, because that's just lens physics. You can actually get blurry backgrounds with the 16 to 300 millimeter. It's incredible, actually. So let's just go around the lens a little bit. The build quality of the lens is made up of very high quality plastic, as you expect from Sigma, especially for their contemporary lenses. And for a super zoom like this, it is quite light. I don't know the exact grams that this lens has, but this is how much it is. So exploring outside the lens, as you can see right there, this has, the focal range right here. And when you turn, it's actually not a full turn. Let's try it out. It's literally a quarter turn before you get to like 300 millimeter. You don't have to like constantly turn the lens in order to get to the farthest. In terms of like actually turning the zoom ring, it's a little stiff and it doesn't feel loose at all. It feels like there's some air compressed into it as well. Like it's really nicely sealed. Is this weather sealed? Not really. So this is the zoom rocker right here, the zoom ring, and you only have to turn a quarter of the way in order to get to the longest reach. So that's pretty much all there is to this lens on the outside. On the inside, there's so much. Like this is an incredible feat of engineering. I recently learned that Tamron actually made a very similar lens a long time ago, and it was the same thing. It was 16 to 300, but that was a super old lens, and this is a brand new lens, so it's gonna be a lot sharper, a lot better built, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, anyway, enough talking about, the lens. Let's actually play with it and try it out and see how it performs in the real world. So we're gonna do something new on this channel, and I'm actually gonna take you guys outside with me, and we're gonna give this lens a try, all right?
Okay, so we are outside now. I have the 16 to 300 Sigma right here, and we're heading to the Glebe Market. And that's an event that happens once a year where a whole part of town just becomes a garage sale. So this is my rig. I'm gonna be putting my phone on this, and yeah, let's go. I had to go get some money so I can buy a few things, but anyway. I see you. Good. I see you know what's going on. Taking some photos.
Oh, I like the setup.
Thank you.
Oh, that's dope.
Make prolific confessions into the master plan. I feel like they will never let me shine. What do you need to say that feels so grand? Why is yours so much better than mine? I gotta wait in line for you to feel me.
So I wanted to conclude my thoughts on the Sigma 16-300 super zoom lens, and in my opinion, it is a super flexible lens. It does so many good things, and there's really hardly anything to complain about for it. But there is a few things that I do find that could be improved, slash even just a few minor complaints about it. These are not deal breakers, but a few of my concerns is the fact that it is actually a pretty big lens in general to use. As you saw in my little street photography montage, during the use of it, my arm was actually getting pretty tired because it's a very front heavy lens. And at the same time, it's not that big of a lens compared to a lot of super zooms, but it's not a one-hander, definitely. Second thing is that the zoom ring is actually very stiff. So I found it quite hard to actually zoom in and out a few times. So I often just kept it at like 16 millimeters, especially when I'm in a crowd, to just take a picture at that focal length. But it wasn't that big of an issue for me. In that scenario, I needed a wide to capture things in tight spots. And number 3 is just, again, portability. It's not a small lens, so that means that I can't just put it in a bag and, you know, carry on my day. Like, I have to have it outside or put it in like a big bag, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They're not deal breakers. And in my opinion, some of the good things about that lens is a few things actually. Number 1 that I really liked is the fact that the minimum focus distance was super close. Like at 16 millimeters, it was about like this close, and that is amazing. Like, that's practically a macro lens. And at 50 millimeters, it's about like this wide, and then at like 300 millimeters, about like 2 feet wide. Like, that's really close for 300 millimeters. And at 300 millimeters, when you're, you know, at the closest focusing distance, it is like the bokeh, the background blur is creamy. It is beautiful. It is blurry. It's all that stuff. So I really like that about it. And one last thing is that Sigma almost feels like they make lenses for Sony. I mean, they pair up so well with Sony bodies that it almost feels like they make it for them. That being said, it's like the autofocus is very quick, it's very reliable, no complaints there whatsoever, and the build quality is really nice. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's a really good lens, and I don't really have any big complaints about it at all. Like, man, it really makes me want it. But yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much it. And also a quick little shout out to everyone who's been watching my journey and my videos this past year, actually. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support and all the beautiful comments. And I try to reply to as many of them as I can. So yeah, just keep them coming, keep asking questions. If you want to have a specific question that you want a video about, let me know down in the comments. And quick little preview for the next coming video, and that is about this little camera that I have right here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Peace.